Hello! Hello! This is OGMoo-cow, and for this stream, I'm going to be playing on PyreHaven, and you can join. The IP should be in the video description. And today, I have the first ever daily event in the Amber Clash game mode going on. I've been working on this for a little while now. I worked on it basically all weekend because I figured I needed a way to get players to join around the same time. And I've added a daily event thing that happens every day at 3 p.m. Mountain Time, my time zone. And at that time, every single day, a supply drop can happen, or a random mob spawner can appear somewhere for an hour, or for an hour everyone can get a random effect, which could be bad or could be good. So, we'll see what we get for the first one today, and I'm really hoping that this will draw players to play at the same time, so the server is less dead feeling. So, hello, little crafter. Off we go into Amber Clash. I have noticed, I went on earlier today to check if people had been on, and I checked my website and people had been on, so I wanted to see what they did. And they did some stuff. Oh, I forgot to get rid of that. Earlier today, I thought a big YouTuber was going to be joining. They never did. But I gave myself a Happy Gas spawn egg because we didn't have Happy Gas in here yet, and that's like the coolest feature, and I really wanted to show them because they were probably only going to join for a few minutes. So I got that. I'm just going to throw it in a random hole though, because I don't have use for it now, and I don't need it. I can just wait until I get a real Happy Gas. Same with this TNT. I'll just bury it in a random hole, and hopefully it'll despawn. That's not good if that's still happening. That's weird. I don't. Shoot. That's weird. I don't know if that's happening to anyone else. Hopefully. So I can join just keep getting kicked. What? That can't be right. Damage. That was a thing with bridging versions for a while with a different plugin. That was fixed though. It doesn't do that with different versions now. It definitely doesn't do that with the latest version. Well, I guess it is. Chat message validation failure. What is that supposed to mean? Okay. Oh, I should probably be in the Discord VC. I'm gonna go in there in case anybody wants to join that. I am also going to copy the link and send it to Grovex because he said he was gonna join at some point. So I will send him that I'm in. Ah, not what I need to do. I need to copy link. I meant to do that. Oh, and I also figured out how to fix my screen, as you can see, chat. I have my screen fixed so that you can actually see my full point of view now, and it's not that weird corner of the screen thing. Minutes to the event. Let's go. These events are sometimes overpowered. During my testing. Oh, thank you, Willowcraft. I've worked really hard on it. It's been a lot of work, especially just the whole learning thing. It's a big learning curve, and so when I started with Bovis almost a year ago now, it was like the beginning of 2025. I didn't think I was gonna actually be able to do stuff. I didn't think I was ever gonna be able to do actual mods. But then this year I've really learned a lot, and I'm ready to keep learning and keep getting content out there and hopefully grow. I want to learn advertising well so I can get more people on here and hopefully grow this server and see what happens next. I definitely want to do coding and running my own business, my own coding business as a career someday. So this is just my side thing from school that I'm gonna work on and practice being a businessman. Hope it goes well, because it's quite fun actually. And it's not the coding part that I like. The coding is annoying. I have AI do most of the syntax stuff. I like the more how things are gonna work, the layout, the deciding how I want everything to work in a way that the economy can make sense for the game and stuff. If I was to do game development as my job, I wouldn't be the person coding the games. I'd be the one designing them, designing the ideas. That's the fun coding. And then I guess I could be coding them too, if I know how to do that. It's very fun. So, thank you to everyone who joins the server for joining, and I hope you have a good time. Why? Okay, I really need to learn to type better. I spelled. I always put the letters backwards. I gotta figure that out. It's better than it was. It's better than it used to be, but it's not just me. It's not just my spelling issue at this point. It's like I'm accidentally typing letters backwards because I'm trying to type too fast. So, yeah. Sorry if you can't really understand what I'm typing. I do need to get better at that. And then, okay, the event, 7 minutes to the first daily event. These events are gonna be wacky. And, because I'm like streaming and it's recording too, I should be able to make some, interesting clips. It'll say in 6 minutes where it's at. It's somewhere within 1,000 blocks of spawn. That's how it's coded. So, or it's server wide. So there's 3 different event types. There's the effect event, which just gives everyone on the server a random effect for an hour, like everywhere on the server, and it could literally be anything. Except I did add a blacklist with of instant damage and poison, because those just felt too annoying, especially instant damage. It was like applying instant damage every single second is not very helpful in growing the server. Ooh, cool. But yeah, and then the second type is the drop event, which will just have a chest drop somewhere, and then they'll tell us where the cords are, and we can go get loot from it, and it has random loot, and it could be the best loot you've ever seen, or it could just be a bunch of different types of dirt. I did blacklist a few items on there, like bedrock and barriers, because that just seemed too overpowered, especially with the /home commands. You could basically make your base invincible, but you could still get in it. And then the third type of event is the mob event, which makes a random spawner appear somewhere. Well, it's like a cloud thing that can spawn a random type of mob for an hour. And this can be anything, and it's not actually mob-based, it's entity-based. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a mob, and it could be something random like item frames. Or I've even seen potion effects come up during testing, or like lingering potions. Or it could be a mob, and it could be bosses too. So it could just spawn like a bajillion withers, or a bajillion wardens or something, and then yeah, completely destroy the spot where it spawns. Yeah. Well, it might be good. It depends on how you look at it. Because if it's spawning a bunch of ender dragons and you're geared up enough, you could go kill a bunch of ender dragons and get millions of XP. Is my music off or something? No, it's just not playing. I should see if there's a mod that decreases the amount of time between music, because it's kind of annoying when there's not music in the background while I'm streaming, because I'm not allowed to put my own music. Like usually if I'm like coding or something, I'll just put on my own music in the background. I tried that during a stream one time, and I literally got copyrighted. And I was like, what the heck? This is so sad. All I did was play an instrumental song in the background, and I was like, yeah. And so I can't do that anymore. But it's almost time for the event. This is exciting. I do want to check. Mm. And this first event should be almost ready to go. I wonder. Ah, that's a creeper. Throw snowballs everywhere. Snowballs. Why am I eating? That's kind of fun. I'm gonna get some more of those. They don't even drop. Oh, I have a bunch in here. That's helpful. I guess the creeper dropped more than I thought. So I'm gonna get all of those and then. What the heck? Do these even do any damage to mobs? Or anything? Or something? Like if I... Oh, it does some back. Oh, they do damage to mobs? Wait, so I can kill the mob with snowballs? If I just spam snowballs at it? Will it die? Do they do damage? Or do they just do knockback? Oh, well, I guess that works. That's kind of killing them. I don't know if that quite counts. Oh, the event didn't drop. What happened? It worked during all my testing. Let me see if it... Event... Yeah. Wow. Well, that's weird. Is it set to... Oh. Oh. The config might be set wrong. I'm gonna have to fix that. I'm gonna rejoin the server after I get that fixed. Oops. I see what I did. I'm actually, yeah, I'm gonna fix that and then I'll start the event manually. Or I can start the event, no, I'll start the event manually after I restart the server. Let me see what went wrong real quick. I might not be properly set to understand the time format I used, because the time format I used is different in the morning than at night. So let me just check the config, or the config just has the wrong... Let me see. yeah, it's 15, but it might not be understanding that as 15. I thought it was set to do that. If it's not, see what happened here. Is it even? This is annoying. I'm gonna have to manually start the event, or set the event to. I'll set the event to start delayed because it failed to start at 15 for some reason. So I'll set it to start at, yeah, and then afterwards I'll set it back to starting at a normal time. I simply want to know why it didn't start. I'm gonna mute for a minute. That's try this. Let me set the config. Oh, let me make sure the config manager gets it properly. That could be the issue. That's right, it could be working. what time is it? Oh, 9, so I'm gonna say 11. And I'm going to go here. I have to restart PyreHaven real quick. Or Ember Clash. I just have to restart Ember Clash to work. And then I can join back in. Okay, I'm back. And it should be fixed now to start in 1 minute. If it doesn't, I can check logs to see why it's not starting. But in 1 minute, the event should start. Just like it did this morning. If it doesn't, I'm gonna have to... Oh, why is my stream not working? Exit.